Okay, let's see how this goes. Water's boiling. So what I will do first is I'm going to add this frozen crushed garlic because I accidentally bought Nissen when I really don't care for the flavor. I prefer Marucan, which my nice mom was sweet enough to buy me some of this because she knows I'm in financial dire straits right now. Anyway, so I had started using the garlic to try to make the Nissen taste better, along with the other things I normally add to this. So I don't necessarily need it on this one, but I have it out, so I'm gonna add it. And something, you know, other people can do if they want to try to change the flavor. I've gotten that frozen garlic at Trader Joe's and Target. I think it works good for this. Normally I prefer like fresh sliced garlic, but for this purpose this stuff's perfect. So I'm gonna add the garlic, which I sometimes don't remember to add it till a little too late, but we're gonna do it here now. So I'm gonna pop this out of here. I'm trying not to splash myself. And I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I forgot to grab a spoon to stir this with. So we'll do that now. Just get the garlic evenly distributed in there. Now we are going to, being that I have ADD, I have to read the directions for things a horrifyingly large number of times. It drives me crazy that I have to refer to the directions as often as I do, especially on something as simple as ramen. But anyway, also I'm getting old now, so I need to use a magnifying glass for these kind of directions now. Okay, add noodles, cook for 3 minutes while stirring occasionally. Oh, I forgot to break these up. I like to break these up just to make the noodles a little less long for eating, not making a mess, because I'm kind of messy too sometimes. And one thing I don't like is if some of the little bits drop around for some reason, like seeing, if I came back here tomorrow and I saw like pieces of top ramen, it would like really gross me out. It just seems so like, I don't know, something about it just, I don't like it. Makes me feel bad. Anyway, we're gonna add this. See, there goes a piece. I haven't quite figured out what, well, maybe I shouldn't have talked about it, because I just cleaned this all. Like, I just did a deep cleaning of all this stuff yesterday, and now there goes ramen. Anyway, getting distracted. Yeah, I haven't figured out a way to get this out of here without getting the little bits everywhere. I've tried cutting it. I think that works okay. But anyway, we'll set the timer. Because having ADD, I'm easily distracted. Alright. That's why you never leave a pot on the stove with it turned on. Especially not if it's oil. Get into that later. We used to have a family business where we restored people's houses after they had little mishaps on the stove. But anyway. Okay. So, also had not gotten a fork out. Try to get everything ready ahead of time. I like to kind of flip these over halfway through so they cook more evenly. So we'll do that now. I usually just get the chicken ramen. When I lived in Vegas, a DJ friend of mine, I don't know, we were sitting around at somebody's house one day and the topic of ramen came up. Maybe it was salad days then, I don't know. Anyway, he said to get they used to have, this was back in the day, a long time ago, they used to have the chicken, and along with the flavor seasoning packet, it also came with a little packet of sesame oil and sesame seeds. And he said to always get that one because it was like, you know, better for you, whatever, more nutritious. I don't know how much more. I mean, ramen. Ugh. Never thought I'd be going through a ramen phase again in my life, but here we are. Yeah, so anyway, I haven't been able to find that kind in a really long time. So I don't really think they even make it anymore. So what I do now is, and luckily I had these things on hand before my second layoff. Otherwise I would be just adding soy sauce to what it comes with. But anyway, I do like to add my own, a little bit of sesame oil, sesame seeds, the garlic, which like I said, I don't really need with this one, but soy sauce. I haven't seen creamy chicken either in a long time. But yeah, that was really cool when they did that, because it was like, I don't know, it was like deluxe or bonus. You know, you're eating, back then probably it was 10 or 25 cents, and it came with all this little stuff you could put in it. It was really cool. Not anymore. Anyway, get this ready. Check our time. Okay, we're getting close. But yeah, I thought I would just make these videos just because my other content, like art, I haven't been really doing it like I should be. Hopefully that will change while I'm still young enough to actually do it, to be able to see enough to do it, even with glasses. And, okay, I'm getting distracted. Take that off the heat right now so it doesn't keep cooking. But yeah, so I figured like with my cats, that's cool, but I can't post, you know, stuff with my cats every day. That would get kind of boring. So I thought, well, what can I do that would be like, I could, you know, make videos on a more regular basis. And I thought, well, this is kind of, I don't know, probably a lot of other people that don't have money to afford the kind of food they would like to eat. So I just thought this could either be helpful and or entertaining, because silly things happen in the kitchen. Throw that ramen away. Hopefully I'm not going to find pieces of ramen now that I said that, especially after I just cleaned. Oh, right, getting sidetracked. Okay, so we add, first I add a packet of seasoning. Oh, that's another thing. Sometimes, and I was doing this with the Nissen to help that, and also like if you want a little extra protein, you can add an egg, like stir an egg in while it's cooking. I usually will crack the egg, put it in a little bowl, you know, stir, you know, mix it up a little bit, and then kind of stir it in. Except I'd done that a couple times, and it was just like the egg was all one kind of big piece. So what I'll do now is pour and then stop pouring, just to get like smaller pieces of egg in there. But yeah, you can do that too. And I think usually if I do that, I'll do like a minute before this is done, I'll pour it in, or right when this is done, I'll pour it in, and then cover it and leave it for a couple minutes to give the egg long enough to cook. But since I forgot about adding an egg this time, seasoning packets in, garlic's in, we're just going to put a little bit of sesame oil, not much. That's probably good. Then we'll add some sesame seeds. You just add to your own taste. Same with the sesame oil. Stir that a little bit. And last but not least, soy sauce. I'm using this up so I can clean this bottle. Most people probably won't put as much soy in it as I do. I put a lot because I like it like that. So I'm going to add a little more. Of course, you can always add more. You can't take it out once it's in there though. So I try not to go too overboard. I've done that maybe once or twice. All right, well. Ramen? Are you yummy at ramen? Well, I'm not going to try to. This is dangerous, so I'm not gonna mess around. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. We'll see how this turns out, and find out what I'm gonna make next time. Whatever I'm having is what you're gonna see, and it's Probably not going to be very exciting. But hopefully, you know, things will get back on track. I'm taking a job right now that is not going to pay enough money to pay my bills, so I'm not sure what's going to happen on that front. But anyway, hopefully again, someday again, I can actually come in here and cook some more interesting, more desirable type of meals with good ingredients. But for now, hey, hope everybody else out there is hanging in there or thriving. Hopefully thriving. I'm an optimist, so I try to stay optimistic about everything, but oof, seems like the price of food has doubled in the last few years, not to mention everything else. And I know my income never kept up with it, so. All right, well, anyway, now I'm just rambling on, and I should probably try to eat this because I'm going to have to find something to watch while I do it and not have it get cold. So, all right, see you next time.